حالة تدوم وتهدى إليه طول التمام اللهم صل وسلم على حالة تدوم ومر الليالي وطول الدوام اللهم صل وسلم نبينا محمد عليه السلام مر الليالي وطول الدوام محمد رسول الله تاركتنا أصبحنا خير في جميع.
We ask the saints, the friends of God, for their spiritual support, that they shall help us and give us what we are in need of. What does the human know even, that he could claim he knows anything? Everything that we claim and say from ourselves is just all made up. And it's not absolute. Our path is the path of the Word of God. Oh, you human beings, where would you be if he hadn't been there? Him, the one and only, within his own existence. He isn't just any kind of existence. He is existing within his own existence. Do you understand that? You can't understand it because you are not within your own existence. Only someone can understand it, this kind of state you're in, that can actually be existing in its own existence. If somebody can actually exist within their own existence, they don't need to try to imagine any of that. Can you even imagine a life without your father or mother? No. But you've got a life before your father and mother. But can you imagine it? No, can't. Where would we be without our Lord if he hadn't been there already? And where would we be? And what would we be if he hadn't shared his own life with us? What an act of mercy. What an act of generosity. What a
Nächstenliebe.
What a sign of compassion is that?
Hat
He
sein Leben
shared his
mit
life
uns
with
geteilt,
us,
teilt
and he
sein
is still
Leben
sharing
mit
his life with us.
uns. Was für ein Geheimnis.
What a secret.
Wenn sein Leben nicht mit uns teilen
If
würde,
he
Lokman,
wouldn't share his life
es
with
hätte
our
keinen
lives,
Lokman
oh brother,
gegeben.
there wouldn't be a brother.
So, wem gehört
So,
sein Leben
so
jetzt?
now let me ask you, who does your life belong to now? Is it
Wir
still yours? Or
ihm.
is it still his?
Wo ist das erste
So
Leben?
where was the
Wo hat
first
das
form
erste
of life?
Leben stattgefunden?
Where was that first
Das
sign
erste
of life?
Lebenszeichen. Es gibt nur das
There's
Leben
only life
für
for
uns.
us.
Wem gehört das
So
erste
who
Leben?
does that first
Das
life
ist
belong
eine
to?
anders gemeinte
And this is a different kind of question.
Wer hat
So
Copyright?
who's got the copyright to it
Oder
all?
Vorrecht?
Who got
Wer
the
hat
right, the
Vorrecht
privilege
zu
to actually
behaupten
claim or
zu
to
verlangen,
ask and demand,
ich bin
I
der
am the
Ursprung
origin
des
of all
Lebens
life
aller
and
Leben.
of all life forms?
Wenn es ihn nicht
If
gegeben
he
hätte,
hadn't been there,
wo
where would you be?
Was
What
wärst du?
what would you be?
wärst du
Would you
überhaupt?
even be?
Der Mensch hat
The
Behauptungen,
human being got many claims,
aber keine
but
Beweise.
no proofs to them.
Wenn wir den Menschen
If we
fragen,
were to ask the human being,
wo
where were
warst du
you
vorher?
before that life?
Wo vorher?
Before what?
Vor deinem Mutter und Vater.
Before your father
Wo
and mother.
warst du?
Where were you?
Wenn man nicht
If
gläubig
you're not a
ist, wenn
believer,
man
if you
nicht
don't
glaubt,
believe truly,
wer nicht glaubt, hat keine Antwort.
they have no answer to that question.
Wenn du als Ungläubiger
If you are
vor mir
standing in
stehst,
front of me as an
Und ich
unbeliever and I
frage dich,
ask you,
wo warst
where
du
were
vorher,
you
bevor du in die
before
Welt
you
kamst?
came into this world?
Was für eine Antwort
So what
gibt's,
kind of an answer is
wenn
there
du nicht glaubst?
if you don't believe?
Hm? Oh, ihr
Oh, you
Atheisten.
atheists.
Oh, ihr, die
Oh,
nicht
you
glauben.
that are not believing.
Oh, ihr,
Oh, you
die
that
denken,
think
sie wären
that just
zufällig
came
da.
into being out of an incident, coincidentally.
Was für ein Zufall,
What
dass es dich auch noch
what kind of a coincidence it is for you to be here as well.
Es muss ein großes
What a
Zufall
great
gewesen sein,
coincidence
dass es dich
that you are even here
und dass du mir auch so
and that
ähnlich
you are even you look similar to me, that you've got two eyes like me,
zwei Augen
your
blau,
eyebrows.
ein Schnurrbart. Ich wollte was anderes sagen. Ich beschreibe Edwin, also Emil. Wir wollen nicht, wie nennt man das? Persönlich.
We don't want to start to become personal too much.
Was
So what
verlangt
does
der
the
Herr
Lord
von
ask
uns
of us?
Menschen? Was ist das
What's the
Zeichen,
sign
ein Mensch
to
zu
be
sein?
a human?
Menschlichkeit.
Humanity
das
is a
Zeichen
sign
des
of
Menschen.
a human being.
Wenn du keine
If you don't have
Menschlichkeit
any
hast,
humanity in you,
bist
you
du
are
kein
no
Mensch.
human being.
was
So
bist
then
du
what
dann?
are you?
Wie die
Just like
anderen
all
Tiere.
the other animals.
Du
You're
isst
eating like
wie
an
ein
animal,
Tier,
and
du
you drink
trinkst wie ein
like an
Tier,
animal.
du gehst auf
You
die
go to the
Toilette
toilet
wie ein
like
Tier,
an animal.
du schläfst
You
wie
sleep
ein
like an
Tier,
animal.
du
You
verlangst
demand
wie
like
ein
an
Tier,
animal.
du zerfleischst
And you
wie
start
ein Tier,
eating everything up like an animal.
du stellst fallen wie
And you
ein
will
Tier.
fall like an animal.
Du hast keine
There's no
Barmherzigkeit
mercy
wie ein
inside of
Tier.
you like an animal.
Du hast keine Menschlichkeit,
And you don't have any humanity like
weil
like
du
that
keine
animal.
Menschlichkeit hast,
And
bist du
as you
ein
have
Tier.
no humanity in you,
Auf
you're
zwei
just an
Beinen.
animal on two legs.
Ich
And I
glaube,
believe
Känguru läuft auch
A
auf
kangaroo
zwei
is
Beinen.
also walking on 2 feet, right? Oh,
Hüftschwung.
they're jumping.
Ist ja egal, du kannst
Well,
auch,
yes, it's the same. You can jump as well
wenn es dir
if
Spaß
it's
macht.
so much fun to you.
Was den Menschen
So what
ausprägt,
actually distinguishes
ist seine
a
Menschlichkeit.
human being from everyone else is
Und
their humanity. And
was ist eine
and
Menschlichkeit?
what is humanity?
Wie kommt das?
How does it actually show itself?
Wie kann man die Menschlichkeit
So how do you actually bring about that humanity?
teilen?
You share.
Ohne
Without
Teilen
sharing,
gibt's
there
keine
is no
Menschlichkeit.
humanity.
Du hast zu
You
teilen.
have to share.
Du hast dein
You
Leben
share
zu
your
teilen,
life,
dein Mitgefühl
share your
zu
compassion,
teilen, dein
share
Mitleid
your
zu teilen,
neighborly love,
deine Genüsse
share
zu
your
teilen,
enjoyment,
dein Gefallen
share
zu
your
teilen.
mercy.
Du hast dein
You have
Privatleben
to
zu
share your
teilen.
private life.
Wenn du bei der
While you
Arbeit
are
bist,
at
du
work,
teilst
you
dein
share
Leben
your life
mit
with
dem
your
Chef,
boss,
mit den
with your
Mitarbeitern.
co-workers.
Du
And
lebst
you
dein
live your
Leben
life
in der Firma, oder?
with
Oder
your
lebst du kein
company,
Leben in
or
deiner
don't
Firma?
you take a
Dein
life,
Alltag,
have a life in your family?
dein
Like
halber
half
Tag,
of your day,
oder dein
or
fast
almost
ganzer
completely your
Tag.
day. Where does it
Passiert,
all happen?
wo passiert das? Also, Sebastian. Oh, ich dachte, du
Oh,
teilst dein
I thought
Leben mit deiner
you
Frau.
shared your life with your
Dein Chef,
wife,
du
but
lebst
you are
dein-
sharing it with your boss. So you are actually philandering. Oh my goodness!
Wo ist sie? Ha! Er teilt sein
So
Leben
he shares his life
mit
with
seinem
his
Chef,
boss
mit seiner
at his
Firma,
company.
dass du
Just so
weißt.
you know.
Bist du jemals so
Have
auf
you
eine
ever
solche
thought
Idee
about it like
gekommen?
that? Never, probably. See,
Schaut mal. Wo
where
wir
we
sind,
are,
teilen
we
wir
share
das
our
Leben.
life
In der
at the
Ort,
place
wo
where
wir
we are
sind,
with the
mit den
people
Menschen in der
who are
Umgebung.
around us,
Automatisch,
automatically and
unbewusst.
unconsciously.
Wir
We
teilen.
share.
Das ist ungewollt, unbewusstes
And it's
Teilen.
unwanted, unconsciously
Automatisch
sharing
teilen.
as if in auto mode.
Du musst dein
You
Leben
have to
teilen,
share your
ob
life
du
if you
willst
want to
oder
or
nicht.
not.
Automatisch
Automatically
bringt
doesn't
kein
have
Segen.
any
Das
blessings in you
geschieht ja
as it's happening
automatisch.
automatically. But
Aber
if you
gewollt,
it's wanted and
bewusst,
willingly and consciously
gezielt,
and with a
dein
purposefully
Leben, dein
to share
Geld,
your life and money
deine
and your
Barmherzigkeit,
mercy,
deine
your
Liebe
love
zu teilen, mit
with the
der Absicht,
intention
aus
out of
Nächstenliebe
neighborly love
den
and to
anderen zu unterstützen,
support the other person and
Beistand zu leisten,
give them help, a helping hand.
den
And the
Bedürftigen
one who are in need of, to
zu
help them
helfen.
even.
Das kannst du nur
You can
machen,
only do
wenn du
that if
teilen
you know
kannst.
how to share. Or isn't
Oder?
it?
Es geht nicht, du teilst auch
As
deine
you,
Zeit.
it's you even share your
Ich
time.
habe meine Zeit
Oh, I
investiert.
invested my time.
Deine Zeit ist
Your
dein
time
Leben.
is your
Weil
life,
du-
my brother.
Es geht keine
No
Minute
minute is passing.
es gibt
There's
keine
no
Sekunde
second passing
ohne das
without
Teilen.
you actually sharing.
Weil das ist das
Because
Basis
that's the foundation
der
of all
Existenz.
of existence, of
Unser
our
Existenz.
existence.
Nur
Only
der
the
Herr
Lord
ist das nicht
is
bedürftig.
not in need of that.
Ist nicht
It's not
gebunden
bound
an
to
Teilen,
share,
aber
but
sind
we
sowas
are
von
so much
verbunden
connected
und gebunden
and
mit dem
bound
Teilen.
to sharing.
Ohne das
Without
zu teilen,
sharing,
gibt es nicht.
we wouldn't be. See,
Oh, deine
your
Mutter,
mother, your
dein
father,
Vater, die haben was mit euch
they shared
geteilt,
something
damit ihr da seid.
with you so that you can be here.
Was
What does
möchte
the
der
Lord
Herr?
want?
Was
What does He
verlangt der Herr
ask
von
of you,
uns
of us
Gläubigen?
believers?
Nächstenliebe.
Neighborly love. So
Wie
how do
machen
we
wir
achieve
das,
that? How do we do
mein
that,
lieber Michael?
my brother?
Indem wir unsere
By
Liebe, Barmherzigkeit,
By
Fürsorge,
sharing our love, charity, and
Was wir
insight
haben,
with
also,
everyone, as
als
what
Menschen.
we've got as human beings,
von unserer
from our
Menschlichkeit,
humanity, we
teilen.
share that. the humanity that you've got already inside of you as a human, you have to share that. So it's humanity you have to share. If you don't do that, you are no human. To be human means as sharing, consciously and willingly. It means to be humanity, as everything in existence has to share their life with one another. So to live with one another means to share, as we share this word with each other, even with humans that we share or we don't love, and that we see as enemies or not. So who is fighting a war? Those who don't want to share. So what kind of jokes does he do? So he's actually acting like a fool, like an animal. Animals don't want to share and start fighting and shredding each other for them to get more freedom to roam. So see what sharing actually means. Oh Allah. If you hadn't shared your life with us, only He is the one who is truly existing. There's only Him, but nothing else. And if there would be anything, that is through Him. The shadow inside of you, He is turning on the light, and then shadow is coming out. Come out of your darkness. By that moment, in that instant, my brother, where your own shadow is coming out of you, that shadow is sharing your existence within your space, within your living space. So lights off and then go back inside your darkness and to where you are hidden. And then there's no sharing. And then there is no space to live. And you are not there. Where you are, there is your living space. The space where you live in. So he's a wannabe New Age philosopher. Where you are now, is that part of your space of living or not? And when your shadow comes out of you, what does that shadow do? It shares your space of living. As it can only exist within your space of living. And all Socrates and Aristotle and Nietzsche said, Confucius said, well, we haven't thought that far. Applaud. And I say, it's not me. The one, they are the one that make us say that. As I'm listening myself, and I'm just the microphone.
Microman.
And that's why the Lord demands of us, oh, you rich people, share your riches. Just one part of your riches, share that. So that there are no poor people anymore. If you share that what you already have with those that don't have what you have, well then you get the blessing and they have no poverty and they don't suffer. Why do I have to share? Because I share without having to share, without being forced to do so. I share from the bottom of my heart. with my divine love I share, I want to share. Take part in my existence, so that you shall exist eternally. You can only exist for eternity with me. And you can only do that if you share my life with others. And how to share my life with me? By walking according to my rules. All that's been allowed and that's been forbidden. Why are all the laws that's forbidding and that's demanding? But this is our life, people say. He's not allowed to meddle. So now the true topic appears. Nobody is allowed to meddle with my life and our lives. If this is your life, you are right. But if this is his life, you are wrong. This is it. This is religion. I don't want to have anything to do with religion. Why? Because why? Why should anybody take a matter into my life and tell me what I have to do and what not to do? I have to do this and I should not do that. Why? But this is my life. I decide about what's happening in my life. It's true, the Lord says. If only you were completely right. If this were your life, that would be true. And I, the Almighty, and the all just, from now on, the all just and Almighty One, the Al-Adil, the one who's giving everyone their right. How can it be that I don't give you your right? Isn't that so unjust and unfair? And I am the fair, I am the just one. It cannot be that I am unjust. And I start meddling in your life. I don't do that. I don't have to do anything of that. Your life is your life. Do whatever you want. If this is actually your life. And I'm so just and respectful of what's yours, and even polite with the Sharia on top, as I'm noble. Whenever and now, I would never do anything like that. It would be below my honor to meddle, to try to meddle, where somebody is going against me. And there's rebellion against me. I won't meddle with those. That's not what I do. If this were your life, truly.
Oh,
Mr. Pope. Have you ever heard about something like that? Oh, I'm hard of hearing, my Sheikh. In the Vatican, the walls are too thick and no sound is getting in. And my eyes don't see so well. And I can't even see what you're saying there should be. And you can't find any of this in any book. You can only find that in the Divine Library. Because there is also a divine library. If we have libraries down here, then there sure as there is a library up there. If this is your life, you are right. Do whatever you please. But if this is my life, you can't do as you wish. What's the law and what's unlawful. You have to live according to that, because you are sharing my life under the conditions to live according to my wills and my wishes, as I was entrusting you this life of mine. And so treat what I entrusted in you with pure intentions. Don't make it dirty. Don't sully my life like that. This is his answer, now this is your answer. Be careful where you go, because I will always walk with you. You can only walk with my life. Without my life, you don't have any walking. So be careful where you step. So no Moulin Rouge, you're not allowed to go there.
Mohammed, schläfst du?
Go to places and enter spaces where it's all clean, where it's pure, where you don't make me dirty, don't sully me by taking the life that I gave you and put it in the dirt. The life that you are living, this is my life, not your life. And if you make it dirty, you actually soiled my life. And that's why it's my right to tell you all the laws and what unlawful, and to tell you what's permitted and unpermitted. That's why, oh you scholars, why don't you explain the truth like that? Bring fear into those people and don't make it like 1,000 years past. And they say with church it's not good. They are not good with us. Doesn't sit right. You're not allowed to ask, because all questions are dangerous. Why? Because there are no answers anymore. Why? They can't give you any answer. And that's why you are not allowed to ask and ask questions.
No answers, no question. No question, no answers. Huh? Maria, verstehst du, was wir...
Do you understand what we want to tell you? That's the secret and the wisdom why there is religion and has to be there. It's because of all the commandments, all the laws, and what's allowed and not allowed, what you have to live accordingly. And all the laws and what's non-lawful, you will actually be guided. So let yourself be guided, because you only exist because you share his life. As you only taking a part in his life, because he is so generous and merciful with you. He is sharing his life. And that is why he has a right to tell you what you're allowed to do, because it's his right. It's his right, fault. Do you understand now better why there is an existence of religion? Because of the laws and what's forbidden. Everybody can come to me, all the atheists and ists. If we share his life with us and we don't have our own life as our own life, we are not allowed to rebel against him, not to oppose him. It's not our right. If this is your life, do whatever you please. But if this is my life, do what I tell you to do. Otherwise, what else, my Sheikh? Otherwise, there's gonna be trouble. Trouble.
Aha. Hölle
So
und
hell
Paradies.
and paradise.
Lernen wir auch,
Now we
warum
learn
geben.
why they have to be.
Warum gibt es Bestrafung
Why
und
is
Belohnung?
there a way to be punished and then
Belohnung
to
für die,
be
die
blessed?
das Leben
Those who are
Gottes
being blessed,
in Ehre
who
hochgehalten haben,
praised and lived and taken high the
rein,
life of his Lord,
die sie
and
bekommen haben,
returned
rein
and
gehalten.
keep it pure, the life that led to God,
Paradies
paradise
auf ewig
for
und auf
eternity,
ewig
and they will
existieren,
exist forever
weil
because
du bist
you
würdig,
were
das
worthy
Leben Gottes mit
to
ihm
share
teilen.
the life of God with
Auf
Him.
ewig.
For that is for eternity.
Allah wird dir das gönnen
Allah wants
Du
that
hast
for you.
das
You've
Recht.
got the right,
und du hast es
and
dir
you
verdient,
actually earned that
mit meinem Leben
to
auf
live,
ewig
to
zu
exist
existieren.
with my life for eternity.
Aber wenn
But
mein Leben
those who soiled my life and made it dirty
in Suff und
by
Suff
drinking
verbraucht
and
hat,
whoring around and wasting it away.
also
So actually they soiled
mein
me
Leben
and
verdreckt.
sullied my life.
Das muss erstmal
Well, that
reingewaschen.
has to be washed clean again.
Und die Waschmaschine,
And the
das
washing machine of God is hell.
Das ist
And that is a
Waschmaschine.
washing
Alles
machine.
Radioaktive kann nur
And
mit Feuer
only those,
beseitigt
all that dirt you accumulated can only be washed away with fire.
Das ist die
And that is, hell is the washing machine.
Allah, es
There
gibt
is-
diese Gericht,
There
jüngste
is
Gericht.
the last judgment
Es
day,
gibt Rechenschaft
and you have
ablegen,
to actually justify
nur
yourself
deshalb,
just because
weil Allah,
Allah
fragen
will
wird,
ask you,
was hast du mit meinem
what
Leben
did you do with my life?
getan? Was hast du mir
What did you do to me?
Hast du was
Did you do
Gutes
something good with it?
getan oder
Or
was
did you do
Böses?
bad stuff with it?
Und deshalb hat er
And that's
das
why
Recht,
it's his
uns
right
zur
to
Rechenschaft zu
actually
ziehen.
put us in court. And how everything is coming out, I told you.
Jetzt sind wir
And now we got aha moments. Learning.
Aha-Prozess,
It's a learning process.
oder? Im Aha-Prozess. Es leuchtet immer mehr die
Now
Birne.
it's getting even brighter and brighter, the little bulb of understanding. And you start to be enlightened. Even more and more.
Das ist heute ein
And this is a
wichtiges
very important topic.
Warum
Why
er
does he
das
have the
uns
right
Gebote und Verbote
to send
verbieten,
us commandments and what is
sagen,
forbidden, and to tell
mein Wille möge
and to
geschehen.
tell us my
Das ist ja mein
will
Leben.
shall be, because this is my life.
Niemals würde
Allah
Allah
would never
nicht
allow
erlauben,
himself,
sich das erlauben, obwohl er die
even though he is that powerful and that might,
jemanden in dein Leben sich
to meddle
einzumischen.
in the life
Hat
of
er nicht
anybody else. That is, he has a right to it, but he doesn't.
Aber es gibt kein
But there
anderes
is no
Leben
other
als
life
sein
than
Leben.
his.
Er hat
He
es
doesn't need
natürlich
to.
gehabt,
It is his right. Because
weil es gibt
there
kein
is no
anderes
other
Leben.
life. And
Deshalb
that's why
sagen
we
wir
say
und
and that
singen
we
wir
sing
täglich.
directly.
La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha illallah. Illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammadan Rasulullah.
That's the secret. One of those secrets. Say there is only him, and then also think about it. If there is only him, where are we? How can we actually be? And with what are we existing? So what is actually bringing us into existence? Is this our own existence? If you're a good philosopher, think about that. How can it be that we are existing who is actually giving us that existence. Are we the first to? Did you apply for that? To be the first to get into this life? As a girl or as a boy? Did you apply for that? No. Not that I know of, my Sheikh. Nobody did an application to be born. To be born at the Ivory Coast, or to be in France or China. Nobody had any power to do so, to decide that. It's destiny. Every one of us, if we actually had the true power to decide for our own where to be born, then we all would be born in Switzerland. In the company of Lind, where they do the chocolate. And they would be singing like that's what it is. This is the answer. Why does the Lord have? Why is He the judge at the last judgment day? Why there actually is a last judgment day? Why does He asks of us to justify ourselves? That is why. And now you've got the answer, and you can surpass anybody who is trying to attack you. Don't be afraid. I will send you into the desert, and even if you are lucky to find anyone, you can explain that to them. So, and you can start with a cacti in the desert to explain to them that. This is the secret and the wisdom, because it is His life and He has got all the rights to it, to tell us, come on, what did you do with my West? Is it still a pure one? Or is it a fine one? Or do you have no West at all? What did you sully? What did you make it dirty? And what did you waste? Did you waste my life? Wasted my life away? While you are in the dirt. You are not needed anywhere. Go away from this existence. Only those who uplifted my life and praised it and honored it and protected it against all non-beautiful things, against all evil. For eternity, they will get into paradise and will have a part forever, a part in my life. They earned that because they honored my life. Nobody shall have the right to, nobody's got the right to sully his life. So who is allowed to meddle in your life? Like with all his laws and unlawful, he should go away. Don't meddle in my life. If this is your life, you are completely right.
Allahu, 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 Allah, Allahu, 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 Allah, Allahu, Allah, salli ve sellim ala Nebina Muhammed aleyhisselam salaten tedumu ve tühta ileyh memerreyali ve tulet devam Allahümme salli ve sellim ala Nebina Muhammed aleyhisselam salaten tedumu ve tühta ileyh memerre leyali ve tulet devam Allahum Allahu Allah Allahu Allahu Allah Allahu 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 Allah Allahu Allahu Allah Only one Sultan, only one truth.
That is why we need the prophets. Peace upon all of them. And that's why we need the saints. They are teaching us how we should share the life of God and how to keep it pure and clean. And those who are with the ego, either you're with the prophets or saints, and you learn to keep the life of God pure and clean and honorable, and to live in a way according to the will of God. Or the alternative to that is you live the life of God under the guidance of your ego and shaitan, and you soil non-stop and make the life of God dirty. And you will have to pay for that. And it's your decision. So who should lead you? May Allah make us the right decision.